40 minutes or so. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice dark mahogany color. Looking good. Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Y'all, Memorial Weekend is upon us. Y'all remember our fallen troops, all those who died for our freedom. Absolutely, God bless you. But today, I'm going to be firing up something different, something I've never made. This is going to be what's known as poor man's burnt ends, okay? Now, for those of you that don't know, burnt ends are the dark edges of a brisket, of a beef brisket, barbecue beef brisket. Usually the point end or the fatty end is usually where burnt ends come from. But I don't have any brisket. Brisket's pretty expensive, is why this is called poor man's burnt ends. So what we're going to do today, I got a nice chuck roast I'm going to show you in a minute. We're going to cut it in good size cubes. We're going to put it out on the Char-Griller Gravity 980 till we get it to about, I don't know, 160 internal. We're going to run the griller at about 245 degrees with some hickory wood. And then once that's done, we'll pull them off, put them in a pan. We'll make up some barbecue sauce mixture, put on there, cover it, put it up there until it's tender. Then we'll take the cover off and leave it on there until the sauce thickens up and gets nice and sticky. And these should be really good, okay? So y'all stick around, check it out, and here's what's in it. All right, so what I got here is a nice beef chuck roast. This here is, what do we got here? It's about 2.5 pounds. This shouldn't take long to cook. So it's got some nice marbling. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it's got some nice marbling in there, not too bad. Could use more fat, but we're gonna cut this in chunks. So today, as y'all might remember from one of my previous videos, my friend Tim Molina in New Mexico sent me a whole variety pack of Bearded Butcher seasoning. The last time I used it, I used the coffee, the dark black as they call it. Today I'm going to try the original. There's no sugar in this, so in beef you need to cut back on the sugar, go more on the salt, garlic, pepper. So we're going to use this along with some fresh cracked black pepper. So let's do this. Alright y'all, so we've got it out of the pack. Got some nice marbling on here. We're not going to get rid of any of this fat. Okay, so what we want to do, cut this thing in some nice big chunks. About 1.5 to 2-inch chunks, I guess. So we'll cut the big fat strips. Now some recipes call for you to cook these whole and then cut them in chunks. But my idea today, cut them in chunks first. That way the rub will get on all sides. Okay, if you cook this thing whole, you'll get rub on the front, back, sides, but not in the middle. So like I said, we're going to leave these chunks fairly big. Put them in a pan. Nice big chunks. There we go. Now let's get these rubbed up. So as usual for me with beef, I like to start out with Worcestershire sauce. Lee and Perrins always. So let's get some Worcestershire sauce down on here. Get them mixed up good. All right. That'll get them wet, help the rub stick. So we got the Bearded Butcher Original. Not a lot of sugar in this. I looked on the ingredients. Sea salt, spices, including paprika, celery, dehydrated garlic, onion, paprika extract, citric acid, no sugar. All right, so we'll look here, sugar 0. So no sugar on this. So with beef, don't like a lot of sugar. Now, for the rub. Now on pork, you want some sugar. For the beef, not so much. So we'll turn them. More rub. Rub-a-dub-dub, rub-a-dub-dub. Turn them. A little more rub. These are pretty thick pieces of beef, so it's a lot of rub here. There we go. So we're going to leave these like this for a little bit, and we're going to go fire up the cooker. Hickory wood. We'll get it fired up about 250 degrees, and we'll put these on there. Not sure how long it's going to take. 3-4 hours, I figure, in chunks. Like I said, then we'll pull them off, put them back in the pan with, we'll make up a nice barbecue sauce to put on there, and we'll see what we end up with, y'all. This should be good. All right, y'all, for today's cook, what we're going to do, hopper's about empty. Got a few charcoals left down there. So we're going to drop our wood, our hickory wood, straight down in the hopper to start with. I'm going to take some of this Kingsford Blue, 100% natural premium. I'll put a layer of that in there. All right, move around a little bit. Get a little bit more, so we want this cooked to last about 6 hours, I guess. So that hickory will start us off. All right, we'll take our tumbleweed, put it in the shelf, fire it up. All right, we'll let this get going. About 10-15 minutes or so. Smoking at the top. Open the chamber. All right. All right, y'all, this charcoal's been lighting for about 10 minutes or so. So what I got here, like I have a layer of hickory wood in with the charcoal. I'm going to put me about a fist-sized chunk of apple wood down in the ash catcher. Now we're going to close her on up. All right. Bring it over here. Hit the power button. Set our temp to 250, 245. We'll go with 250. We'll let her come up to temp. If you can see this, at the back vent is open about 3/4 of the way back here. All right. Don't forget to pull your slide out. Got to get that slide out of there. Shut the lid. Let this thing come up to temp. Sitting at 73 now. All right, so you can see we reached 250. So, I put all my meat on a rack. So we'll open this up, stick this right in there. Get our temp probe for the meat. Let's see, let's find a thick one. Get this thick one back here. Put that in the end, just to give us an idea. All right. So now I'm thinking 2-3 hours. We'll get this meat up to about 160, 165. Let's see if we can see this. So the cooker's at 350. The meat's at 55 right now. So we'll keep track of it on the app. And that's it. All right, y'all, so the burn ends are still cooking out there. They're up to about 125, 130 internal. So when they get to 160, we'll pull them off. So what I'm going to do is make up some sauce to put on here. So what I have here in this big gallon jug is some Memphis barbecue sauce. Now Chris from Catfish Clothing, from Catfish, gave me this to try. He was thinking about expanding into some barbecue sauce. So I've tried it a couple times. It's pretty darn good. So I'm going to use this today. So I'm going to put a couple of cups of this in a bowl. That ought to do it right there. Now I want to thin this out a little bit for the beginning. So what I have here, this is the Carolina vinegar sauce I made a while back. So I'm going to put, I don't know, half a cup in there with that. So we're going to give this a stir. Give it a taste. That's nice. I believe though, I think what I need to do is sweeten it up a bit. So I'm going to take some of my golden blossom honey, put down in there, a couple of tablespoons maybe. Throw a bunch of black pepper in there. Give it a mix. So anytime you're making stuff like this up, put whatever you like in it. You know, whatever you like, that's what you need to put in it. So let's see here. I'll taste this now. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little more. Put some of this bearded butcher rub. It's the same rub we're using on the beef. We'll put about a teaspoon of that in there. Give it a whirl. So we're going to let this sit here. I figure it's going to be another 30, 40 minutes until we get to 160. Another little taste. Oh yeah, that's good. So the cooker's set at 250. The temp is the cooker's 245, and the meat is 152. So it won't be long. We'll let this get to about 165. We'll pull it off, put it in a pan, pour this sauce over it, and put it back on until it gets tender. All right. All right, y'all. We hit a 167 internal on these burn ends, so we're going to check them out and take them off of here. So let's take a peek and see what we got. Oh man, those are looking mighty fine there. So let's do a temp on this one. $155. Let's look at this one over here. 158. $165. Okay. So they look like they've the rub is nice and set. Looking really good. Really good. So let's get these in a pan. All right, y'all. So these are out of the cooker. So now let's get some sauce on them. You want them all to be covered. All right, we'll put it all in there. So let's go ahead and mix them on up. Get them all covered nice. All right. I get so bad with some of this stuff. I am really. So now, I love talking. I know y'all can't tell. This is where the magic happens. Go ahead and cover these with foil. Put a double layer. Get it nice and tight. All right, let's get them back out on the cooker. All right, cooker still set at 250. So put these on here. Actually, I think I'll put them on the top rack. Here we go. So I'm gonna leave these in here for 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. Then we'll come check on them. So this is where it's gonna get tender. All right, it's gonna take time. So I'll bring you back in a bit. All right, y'all. These burn ends have been in here covered for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Let's take a look for tenderness. See that steam coming out? Ooh, they smell good. All right. So, see if you can see this good. Let's do a little probe. They're up to temp, but they still feel a little tight. Some of them. So, alright, that ain't bad, that ain't bad. What I'm gonna do, roll these around a little bit. So I'm gonna leave these uncovered. And I'm gonna kick the temperature up. Let some of this sauce evaporate. All right, so got some corn on the cob. I just pulled the silks out of the top. So I'm gonna lay these right on the grate and let them cook along with that. All right, y'all, this has been in here a little over an hour. Let's take a peek. All right. Let me come up a little bit here. See what we got. Still pretty juicy. A little turn. I like this sauce to get a little thicker. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's put these on here. Let them get tacky. Leave the sauce right there. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got. It's been about another 35-40 minutes or so. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice dark mahogany color. Looking good. So, what I'm gonna do here, let me get my sauce bath. So I'm gonna take these off and just set them back in the sauce bath. Take them in the house. All right, y'all. Let's unwrap these burnt ends. Let's see what we got here. Oh my, look at that. That looks awesome. Nice and mahogany looking. Ready to go, ready to go. All right, so let's make us a plate. So we got this corn, we just put it on there in the husk. Let me go ahead and pull the husk off of this. So nice piece of corn. Get a couple of these burnt ends. Put on here. There we go. Little tater salad. So, put the lid back on that. Let's see what we got here. Give me a fork. See what we got. Coming apart nice and easy. Look at that. Oh man. So let's do the thing. All right. So we got Put butter, salt, and pepper on the corn. Got some tater salad. Burn ends. Star of the show. Look at that. Oh man, that smells really, really good, y'all. Look at that. Mahogany. Inside. Looking good. Smoke ring all the way through. Char-Griller. 980. Gravity fed grill. Y'all ready for this? Taste! Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Really smoky, nice and smoky. Good seasoning from that rub. My Bearded Butcher original. Really good. A little sweetness from that barbecue sauce. Awesome. So we'll have a bite of tater salad. I'll leave my tater salad recipe up in the links if y'all want to see that. Ready? Good tater salad. Of course, you gotta have a bite of corn. Very, very good. So y'all, we're gonna eat. Happy Memorial Day to y'all. We'll say a prayer for those that gave their all for our country, our freedom. The only reason that we can do this is because of their sacrifice. God bless them. God bless you. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.